Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Janelle, and yes, I'm wearing the same outfit I did in my last video because this is real life, and I filmed the outro to my last video, and now I'm filming this video all at the same time because life is busy and that's what's happening, and I don't feel like changing my outfit. And actually, I'm just more scared of taking this white tank top, white t-shirt off and getting like lipstick and everything on it, so that's real life. But in today's video, I want to share with you guys some first trimester tips that I experienced through my pregnancy, as I am officially in my second trimester, being at 21 weeks. So I want to share some tips with you guys and just some advice that maybe might help you with your pregnancy. Before I get into it all, please make sure you are subscribed to my channel and you give this video a big thumbs up, or you can wait till after if you want to like see if you really like the video, but I mean, like, just give it a thumbs up, you know you want to, and subscribe, and let's get into the tips. My first tip for in your first trimester is basically when you first find out you're pregnant, you're like, what do I do next? And I know I definitely felt this and I had no idea what to do. I just had a friend tell me that she's pregnant and she's like, what do I do now? So my first things that you should do is call your doctor, your family doctor, get an appointment, and then they will confirm everything for you, give you some forms to go get your ultrasound done, your blood work, and all that jazz. And then the next step is just figuring out if you want a midwife. I really personally like having my midwives. I think they are fantastic. Also, being in Canada, it is covered under our healthcare, so I mean, it is no cost to us. So if you're in Canada, get yourself a midwife. They are fantastic. I meet with mine almost every month, and they just tell me every step I need to do so I don't forget anything. Especially being a first-time mom, I am so oblivious to so many things. You don't even want to know the questions that I probably asked my midwives and my girlfriend who has 3 kids, because they are probably just embarrassing to the average person. But there is no stupid questions, and they are always happy to help you. So that is my first few tips, is call your doctor. You can get your ultrasound and all that done, and find out if you want to get a midwife. My second tip is prenatal vitamins. So you might have been taking these if you were trying to get pregnant. You might have been taking them before, but now you definitely want to make sure that you are taking them on a regular basis. And I've mentioned this before, I think on my social media, as well as maybe some other videos, but I have my prenatal vitamins in 2 spots in my house, as I have 2 containers of gummies. And I mean, you're going to go through them all anyway, so you might as well stock up and have 2 containers. And why I do this is because I am a very forgetful person. I sometimes don't remember to take them. So having them in 2 places has really helped me to like trigger in my mind to take them before I go to bed. And so I have one in the kitchen, so I know kind of like while I'm cooking, cleaning up after dinner, I'm like, okay, yes, I remember I have to take my prenatal vitamins. And then if I forget there, I keep them by my bedside. So when I'm getting into bed, I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot to take them. And you see the bottle and it triggers you again to make sure that you are taking the prenatal vitamins. Lastly, with prenatal vitamins, I've heard this from other people as well, but taking them in the morning can make you feel a little nauseous, and never take them on an empty stomach. Do not do it. I did this one day. I took them before I ate and then had my breakfast like kind of like all within like one go, and I felt so sick. So after that, I stopped taking them in the morning. It just wasn't worth it for me. So now I take it at night where my body can digest it, and I'm just going to bed. So if you're feeling a little nauseous or more sick during your pregnancy, then definitely try taking your prenatal vitamins at night. Tip number 3, and speaking of sickness, as we just did in the past tip, is dealing with morning sickness, or I guess like all-time sickness, and feeling ill and headaches and all that stuff. It is not fun. I am lucky that I really didn't feel all that sick. I didn't get very sick throughout my through the first trimester. I did have like nauseous feelings, but to keep with that, I just made sure every morning I got up, I went straight downstairs because I always have to let Scotch outside. So I let him out, and then I had the Premium Plus. Those were like, everyone loves those soda crackers. I had those on the counter, and I made sure to have like a couple of those before I did anything else in the morning, and I really found that helped. I found if I didn't eat right away in the morning, I started feeling sick and nauseous, and then it was harder to eat later. So try keeping them by your bedside or where you go first thing in the morning, and just eat 3 or 4 of those straight thing in the morning, and like, you probably will feel better. At least I did. I don't know for anyone else, but definitely worth a try. I mean, they're delicious crackers anyways. You might as well have some. Another thing, if you're feeling sick or get headaches and migraines, I had really bad migraines for a good while, and I found the only thing that really helped, because you can't really take too much medication, but is some like Tylenols and stuff you can take. So just make sure you speak with like your midwife, your doctor, or someone just on what is safe for you to take. And then I also found just using essential oils, but once again, make sure you're reading labels and make sure they're okay. But I use peppermint oil and just always had that handy, and I even keep it in my purse now. I don't know why I went like this, probably because I rub it on my temples, but I found that really helped to me as well. And just making sure I got enough rest. I found if I stayed up too late, like I usually did before, I had more migraines. I just wasn't sleeping enough. So I started just honestly being a little more lame and going to bed early and taking it a lot easier, and I found it helped a lot with that. And sometimes it sucks to slow down a little bit, but I mean, you are growing a life inside of you, so make it easy on yourself. Don't be hard on yourself, and just take it a little slower, and you probably will feel a little bit better in the end. Another tip is bio oil. I love this stuff, and you probably know I've done like trips with them and stuff before. They are fantastic. Great, great, great product. I cannot say more good things about them. But once again, it's the same thing I was talking about before with my prenatal vitamins. I do the same thing with my bio oil. I have multiple bottles of it. I keep one in the family room, so I'm just watching TV at night. I'm just like, okay, well, it's time to put it on. So I just like lift my shirt up, I rub it all over, and then it's done. I'm ready to go to bed, and I don't have to worry about it when I finally get upstairs and like have to do more of a nighttime routine, because I mean, adding another step to your nighttime routine can be exhausting. I understand, like ready being a girl, taking your makeup off, putting your moisturizer on, you have your toner, you have your eye cream. There's so many things you have to do. So I mean, if you can just have it like earlier and do it while you're watching TV, it's probably better. But then sometimes I do forget. Once again, I am a forgetful person. So I also have a bottle by my bedside, and that also helps me to remember to do that if I haven't done it downstairs yet. Last but not least, my last tip is making sure you check food labels. And I know this might sound like pretty obvious, but like depending where you are, and I know like different countries have different like ingredients in food. Like I know here in Canada we pasteurize the milk for our cheeses, so it's a little more safe for us to have those. But just making sure you're reading labels and making sure everything is safe for you, because I even went and bought, like when I first found out, I was probably like a few weeks, like maybe 6 weeks pregnant, and like you're just not really thinking that way. Like you're just so used to like buying whatever and trying stuff. So I bought like a herbal tea, and then I got home and I was like, can you even have that? Like, are you allowed having that tea? And I was like, yeah, I think so. But then I read the back of it, and it's like, if pregnant, don't recommend. And I'm like, well, I just bought this tea for no reason. So I mean, it is little things like that you should just be cautious of. Make sure you read labels and check the back just to make sure it is safe for you to have. I know I said that was the last tip, but I do have one more, and it is pregnancy pillows. Oh my goodness, I wish I bought this thing before I was pregnant and just had it forever. It is the greatest, most comfortable thing in the entire world. Adam's even admitted it to multiple people. I was away one weekend and he just used it. He's like, I want to see what the hype of this thing is, right? He used it and he loves this thing. He even describes it as like just being hugged from all over, like in your bed. But the best thing ever. And I know I talked about in my Insta stories before about it just not being the best pillow that I bought on Amazon, but honestly I was just too lazy to return it and I wanted to try it. So I took the cover off and gave it a wash and then put it back on, and I think that helped fluffed it up more. And plus it was like in a bag and all like stuffed in there, so it wasn't like as like poofed out as it should be. But it is the greatest thing ever. They are a little more expensive. So I mean, this pillow was $70. 70 to 80 bucks. I mean, that's a little Canadian, and that can be, I mean, that's a little steep when you think about just a pillow, but it is the greatest thing in the entire world. And I think I'll even use it after when I'm nursing, as it has like a little like flip thing that like comes over. You can like rest your elbows on it, like reading a book. It is just, honest, it is the greatest thing. Like, do yourself a favor and just buy one. I love it. And I did my research, and there's a C and the U one, and a lot of people said they went with the U shape, so I did the same thing. I haven't tried the C one, so I can't compare them both, but I absolutely love the U, as it like hugs you from both sides. The side you can like flip over and put between your legs, so it keeps like your legs level, and something in between your knees, and then you can hug the one side. Just the greatest thing ever. I can't say enough. I'm just going to keep saying it. It is the greatest thing. Buy yourself a pregnancy pillow. I'm going to put the link for the one I have down below if you guys want to check it out. And that is all. That is, I swear, the last tip that I have. But let me know if you guys have any other tips for pregnancy, first trimester, second, third, anything. Let me know in the comments below, as it definitely will help me out and it'll help other viewers watching this video. As like I said, I'm a first-time mom and I am oblivious to a lot of things. So make sure you let me know in the comments below if you have any tips, or maybe you agree with one that I have. Let me know that as well. I definitely want to know. As always, thank you so much for watching this video, guys, and make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my video, as I'm back every week with more videos. And like I said, I'm doing a whole pregnancy thing, so a whole bunch of more pregnancy updates. I think I'm going to do a clothing one next week, just with showing you guys some different places that you can buy maternity as well as non-maternity clothes, and make it fit for your body without spending a lot of money. I have found some great deals that I'm going to share with you, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.